Hey loves, it's me, Taria, your self-love and intimacy coach. And today I want to talk to you about shame. You may or may not have heard me talk about shame before, but it is something that is near and dear to my heart and something that I am very passionate about talking about reclaiming and about creating tools for you to feel safe, for you to take back your power in any area that you feel shame around, whether that's your body, whether that's intimacy, whether that is just like your personality, who you are in life. It is something that is so important to me. And today I want to talk about how there's just so much fear around shame. There's too much fear, in my opinion, to the point where we don't talk about it, where there's shame about shame. This like crazy cycle, this perpetuating this, I'm not even safe to feel that I have shame. And it sort of dawned on me the first time that I put up a poster around healing your shame. And I remember putting up the poster. It was in like one of my favorite local organic grocery stores that I feel really safe. I feel really welcome there. But when I put up this poster, I started to feel really scared. I started to feel like, oh my God, is this okay? Like I felt it in my gut. I felt this like somebody punched me in my gut feeling. And it like dawned on me. I was like, oh my God, like I'm like actually feeling shame around putting up a literal poster about how to heal shame and feel safe in your body and your intimacy. You know, and like I have carried this throughout my whole life in depths and depths and depths and depths, but like to see it in such like simple forms out in the world was so massive for me, about why I feel like this is so vital for people's freedom, for you to feel like you can be yourself, you know? Like if there's any area where you feel scared to exist out in the world, it's going to be exhausting. You're not going to feel like you can thrive. It's such a block. It's such a block. So what I did is I imagined a like beautiful, healing, protective light bubble around my poster, and I was just trying to, put a lot of my infusing my love and intention into this poster, and was like, whoever reads and sees this poster is going to feel so safe. They're protected, they're safe, they're loved. And I'm so grateful for the beautiful, brave humans that did feel safe to reach out to me and are some of my dearest clients to this day through those posters. I'm such a nerd about posters. I love, I don't know, I love the like homey vibe of connecting with my neighborhood. And there's something that I like. I may always put up posters, even if I'm like global. I work with people around the world, but I may still always put up posters because I just find it really sweet. And yeah, I'm just so grateful for the clients that have reached out to me that way and felt safe to break that fear and that barrier of even just talking about it. And I bring this up because it really is such an important thing for us to create safety around, for us to normalize. And if we don't even feel safe to talk about it, if you don't feel safe to talk about it, then how are you ever going to find freedom, find healing, find sovereignty from this that you were not born with? And that is why I'm here. That is why I'm like, I believe so deeply in this, because first and foremost, I want you to feel safe. If you don't feel safe, I just don't even understand like what is happening, like whether it's coming from society or religious conditioning or beliefs from your parents, like whatever it is. If it equals you not feeling safe at the end of the day to be yourself, to be in your body, feeling safe to be human in this lifetime, incarnated in this exact moment in time, then like why would I ever want to subscribe to that? if it means that I don't get to feel comfortable, I don't get to feel safe, I don't get to feel loved and good as I am, like what it like life is not only suffering. For sure there's suffering in life, but we're also here to feel joy and love and feel good about who we are. That is what I believe to my core is how we are born into this world. Like I believe that we are born already feeling so much aliveness, so much beauty, so much love, and deep curiosity. If you've ever watched a baby just like obsess over their hands and just be like, oh my God, what is happening? Like that is what I believe is our deepest truth and in our cores. And there's a lot of things and a lot of reasons that have happened to bring us away from that. And I am here to like open up the conversation around how to like not fear your shame, how to create safety around it, and how to almost even like make it not a big deal. Because if your shame is not a big deal, if shame does not have the same weight, like you may even want to hear me the way that I'm talking about it. Like I have digested it so fully in my heart and in my body that there's like a sense of ease and partnership and friendship when I speak about it, because I know the codes that it has unlocked for me to feel freedom, to feel love, to feel good in my body, and to feel aligned with the relationships and intimacy that feels really good for me, feels true to my core, to my being. So you may be able to feel that as I speak, this resonance, this integration. And what was I saying? Yeah, it like I truly believe that having a relationship, oh yes, using shame as a teacher, as a tool to unlock your deepest freedom, your deepest pleasure, your deepest aliveness and love and beauty inside of your body is going to create your more spaciousness for your desires, to have room to breathe and to even just like listen and tune into who are you? Like, who are you? And what does the unique you essence need and want in order to thrive, to feel good, and to feel safe in this lifetime? And what is already available inside of you that maybe you've been taught is wrong or bad, And by facing the fear around speaking about shame, around having shame, by facing that fear, you're actually taking its power away. I like to do this practice where I imagine my shame is so much smaller than it is, and I sort of change it to this like cutesy thing, this like, it's different every time, but whenever the shame comes up, so immediately it triggers the fear, like I'm not safe. And that's freaking scary, to like feel so unsafe. So I play with it when I'm actually safe. If I'm in a back alley at nighttime and like there's real reasons to be scared, like that's a different story. That's when the claws come out. But when I'm actually safe, I can look around, I'm in my home, I know that I'm safe. I start to play with it when it comes up, because of course it might come up for the rest of my life. It doesn't even matter. Like I'm here for the long haul. If it wants to use me as a tool to liberate other human bodies, that's fine. Because I truly, truly believe in love and safety for all beings. Oh my God. And that trickles out into the earth and the universe and everything. But yeah, so I play with it and I see how I can make it safe in my body. So sometimes that looks like turning it into like a little cute cartoon character. Like the other day I like turned it into this like sheep that was like really cute and soft and fuzzy. Like we just have that power to shift and change how it feels inside of ourselves. And sometimes I will play with it, with enjoyment, be like, oh, like not only am I not afraid of you, like bring it on. come into my body, you know, like I'll welcome it at the table of my life. I'll make it tea, you know, seeing it and relating to it in a different way that I choose to relate to it, because that is what is going to leave me feeling good inside of my heart, inside of my body. It's what's going to help me feel secure so I can have healthy, secure relationships and attachments, and really feel like I can connect with myself in a nourishing way that feels good, and take away it being wrong to feel good, because that's absolutely unacceptable and ridiculous in my opinion. Yeah, and I imagine if you're here, then you also want to feel good. So yeah, you can try it on. You can try it on for size and work with it. Work with your shame so that it's not as scary. So it's not a big deal. And then another thing you can do is make yourself bigger. Make yourself bigger than it, you know, and play with it in your vision, like in your, when you close your eyes, like imagine you're so big. Imagine that you're like a lion or a lioness, or some archetype that you feel really empowered and strong and that nobody can mess with you. So I play with that. I'm like, oh, what are the allies that I can call in here? I call in the elements. I call in fire. You know, fire is really good for working with that. I call in love. I call in water. You know, I call in whatever I need to support me to feel really cared for in that moment. Because I think often what happens is, okay, the shame triggers the fear. And then what's underneath the fear, you know, it's often, I'm afraid that I'm going to be completely alone and rejected and abandoned and outcasted, because that is what the teachings are. The teachings are, oh, you must do what we say and feel bad for existing, or else you're going to be alone and die. And it's just not true. And to be honest, I'd rather be alone and outcasted now than ever be a part of something that I don't believe in. And that, I think, is the hard path to take, but it's like the hero's journey. I truly believe that is to follow your heart's truth and what you know to be true in your core. And other people are doing the same thing, and that doesn't always align with my truths, and that's okay. I'm so okay with that. But what I do stand for is sovereignty and choice and freedom. Yeah, so when you're feeling this fear of being alone, it can be so beautiful and nourishing to bring in allies. You know, you can even bring in loved ones that you feel really safe. You can bring in the energy and essence of somebody that no matter what, you feel safe and secure and loved, no matter who you are, no matter what you do. For me, that's Mother Nature, you know, and I have certain family members and friends that they will always embody that for me. So I'll call in their being, their energy, or even call them on the phone, you know. That's also a beautiful thing to do, or share stories with them. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It can be one, or it can be an animal. You know, my dog, she's passed away, but she was my best friend for 14 years, and she brought me so much safety, and that is so beautiful. You can call in different animal archetypes. You can call in a feeling that no matter what will always bring you back to feeling safe and loved. When you're working with integrating your shame, when you're working with bringing in safety back into your body, back into touch, you know, sometimes the shame is so big that you don't even really want to interact with yourself. So it's really important to be gentle and loving and nourishing, and go slow and call in safety, and really slow down and listen, so that you can bring healing to your shame, which essentially brings freedom, which then brings choices to live a life that feels good for you, to trust yourself again, to trust your intuition, to trust that you know exactly what you need, and to connect with your divine purpose on this planet in this lifetime, and to have relationships that bring you joy, and, you know, follow your heart and your mission. These are all things that that are such a part of life. You know, I look outside and I see the birds flying around, you know, they like these little moments of pure joy, or when I see a hummingbird fly into my garden, like this is a part of life as well. And I don't want you to miss out on it because of, you know I totally get the heaviness of shame and of fear. And there's just so many ways to support it, to integrate it, to feel nourished, to have that space to breathe, that spaciousness, that chance to just to have a break, to relax, to know that you're safe. So I'm here opening up the conversations, and oh my goodness, I have 1,001 tools to support you in this. With breath work, with mindset, with pleasure practices, embodiment practices, sounding, with mirror work, with eye gazing. I just have so many ways to really integrate and support shame to honestly be a space of thriving. So thank you for listening today. I hope this illuminated something for you, or at least brought you into a sense of normalcy and safety, and to know that you're always welcome here, that I'm not afraid of your shame, that your shame is a beautiful thing. And I know that can be really weird to say, but I just think that's the only way to relate to it for me now. And I know some people just want to like eradicate it altogether, which is also amazing. But as long as it's here, I will continue to choose to relate to it in a way that is nourishing, loved, and beautiful. And if you have any questions, please send me a message, or if you are interested in working on this deeper or working with me, you are always welcome to get on a call with me. I love meeting you. You can book a free call to inquire about my one-on-one self-love and intimacy coaching. You are so supported, and there are so many resources for you. And you can reach out to me on Instagram. That is a really good way to connect with me. Or you can find me on my website at tariaselixir.com. I will write those both below. And yeah, I always love hearing from you. If you want to comment, like, share this, let me know if this helped you. If you want to see more videos like this, it's something that I am super passionate about, and I'm happy to continue the conversation and continue to create safety and sovereignty and body positivity and all the good things that help us thrive in this lifetime. Loving you wherever you are, and wishing you deepest permission to be yourself, deepest permission to thrive, deepest permission to feel good and feel joy and loved in your body. So much love. Thank you for being here. Mwah.